projects that are want to change or update. In terms of updates, here's our website. Even though the 2024 CDG grant cycle ended, we continue to update the website with the calendar of events taking place during the summer, particularly focused on West Harlem and West Harlem and CDG grantees, as well as opportunities for individual artists, arts organizations. So there might be other opportunities, and we want to make sure that the community at large knows of all the different fellowships, grants, etc., that are available for everyone. So you want to check local jobs for individuals, for youth, for organizations, and space rentals. And actually, HSA is one of the space rentals that we have on our website. HOAA, the West Harlem Older Adult Alliance, is one of the 2 organizations that we incubated. The interim coordinator is William Hamer. If you're interested, if you're young at heart, wink wink, and would like to attend programs and or want to be part of the core group, please reach out to William. The picture that you see on the far right is actually a jazz program that took place here recently. So it's a great opportunity to be out and about with fellow young at heart community members. The other organization that we incubated, the West Harlem Arts Alliance, continues to have programs. One is the outdoor jazz concerts. They actually programmed an insane amount this summer, over 20 concerts in 4 of our local parks. Jackie Robinson, Morningside, St. Nick's, and Montefiore, so they're still taking place. The new program is the Innovation Triangle, which is the activation of a raw space right off 126. They will be having their opening August 5th, free and open to the public. We want you to attend. I believe Ice Theater will say a few things. They will be having public programs for the next 2 months. So again, feel free to follow us. We invite you actually to follow us on social media. I neglected to put in Twitter, so Twitter, X, whichever you prefer. I still like to call it Twitter, I don't know why. IG, Facebook, LinkedIn as well, and basically whatever we post on our website in terms of opportunities, you will also see them on social media. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend and stay cool.
Joanna, Fredson, thank you guys for sharing that. And you know what, James, before we move on, you know we have to bring you up here because you losing a real iconic piece here. So, James, come on up.
So Claudia, I think you're upstairs closing out, but wanted to shout you out publicly and did so, but now that you're here, I just want to do it again and say thank you. You got to come up here. Just want to shout you out. Thank you for everything you've done and continue to do in service of this school, this community. 9 years, almost a decade. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You want to say anything?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet, as per usual, but just want to say that it's been an honor and a privilege to serve this community. This has been a second home to me. I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, I've made a lot of meaningful connections, and I wish HSA and everyone here much continued success, and I hope our paths cross again. So thank you.
Thank you, Claudia. You will be missed.
New York State has wonderful state parks and lakes and rivers and the whole thing, right? But also check out the Lake Harmony region and also, what is that, Boulder Lake in the Poconos. Who knew? Very, very relaxing. Get a chance to unplug and unwind and have some good food and just connection again. Because sometimes here you lose that. But also before leaving, I actually visited a pop-up art gallery in my neighborhood of Washington Heights and West Harlem. Kathleen Campbell, come on up and tell us about that.
Gratitude for all of our clients for the support that they gave me when launching this pop-up gallery. As I mentioned one thing at the end, but I don't want to forget it, Sisters Uptown Bookstore is threatened with closing, which is doing a benefit. We didn't have any flyers to give, but if you come to me afterwards, I give you all the information about the flyer and ways to contact her. And since my computer crashed, I don't have a whole lot of introductory remarks before we show on the video, but we can go straight to the video and we can actually bring the lights down to see the video better, if that's possible.
Chelsea, Soho, the Lower East Side, Williamsburg, and Bushwick, all neighborhoods with strong galleries for artists in northern Manhattan. However, finding a place to show their work inspired by the communities is not as easy. There just are not as many galleries in those locations. A pop-up space in Washington Heights showing the work of nearly 20 local artists curated by a photographer who is also a neighbor. Roger checked it all out for us. He joins us in the studio this morning. This is fantastic. Yeah, and the photographer is Kathleen Campbell. We've done stories on the past. She's had shows at an office space. She's had shows at a public library, and now a vacant storefront gets a new life as an art gallery. This is an art. If you spend some time with Wilhelmina Grant Cooper, you might find her picking up something like a bent nail on the streets of Harlem. Among the items she could use.
I do a lot of things in human form, faces, bodies, using jewelry or pieces of metal, pieces of wood, plastic, whatever I find together and make an art piece out of it.
The work like Let's Get Scooped. Yes, an ice cream scoop is included. It's part of the first exhibit at the Absolutely Necessary Town Gallery, located inside once vacant storefront on Spring Avenue, the space donated by Community League of the Heights. It features 19 artists who live or work in Harlem, Washington Heights, or the Bronx. Curator Kathleen Campbell, a photographer herself, says it's all about giving uptown artists a place to show their work.
The 19 artists in the exhibit have strong community ties. So for them, it hurts not to have space where their art can be seen in the neighborhood because of people in the neighborhood who inspire these pieces.
Campbell says the group show has a cohesive theme inspired by the two-part Maestro Vito record from Canadian singer and musician group Blades. There's a variety of artwork, including photography from Campbell and other works she selected, including from fellow photographer Lori Markowitz, who captured these images on her commute from Sugar Hill to the Upper West Side.
I'm a people watcher, and also just the environment, how things are composed, whether it's building, colors, shadows, light, and whatever catches my eye, literally in that moment, I try and take a picture of it.
Campbell says it's a lot of work to stage an exhibit like this, but worth it for the community and for the artists like photographer Daniel Mercado, who lives and works in the neighborhood and has this photo taken in Puerto Rico on display.
Representation is memory. When people see themselves in photos, see themselves in gallery, it says, we're here, we matter. So I'd love to see more of these types of galleries in Washington Heights.
As Campbell says, they want people in the community to feel ownership of the exhibit. They're not trying to create a barrier, but lower the barrier. I love that, Raj. You know, it gives the artists a chance to showcase their art, but it also makes art more accessible to people, to the public, right, which is amazing as well. Right, that's what Kathleen was saying, is that, you know, people are walking by the street and they're like, wait a second, an art gallery? And they walk in, whereas they might not go down to Chelsea, they may not go down to Soho, it might not be the first thing on their list, but if it's in their community and it's free and you could walk in, a totally different story.
I love that she's just picking up a nail on the street and making it art, right? Are these artists having, any success selling their items yet, now that it is a little more accessible?
Yeah, you showed Daniel that beautiful photo of, actually I'm watching those kids and as a dad I'm like, oh my God, what are you kids doing? But it's such a great photo. And he already sold it.
Oh.
He already sold it, so it can be profitable as well, which is nice.
And utilizing space like a vacant storefront, putting it to good use, and less of an eyesore, of course, by putting it to a positive use.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Raj, good stuff. Always great to have you, especially when you're in the studio.
Yes, thanks guys, great seeing you.
Thanks, Raj.
So I really am truly grateful to you for helping to recruit the artists, for helping to promote the exhibit, and so many other ways that you helped support this effort. Two of the artists from the exhibit are here today, so I want to introduce them. Janet Stewart, you want to stand up, say wave maybe, and also Shimoda. And Shimoda, Donna Manuel, do you want to wave, say hello?
Thank you, Kathleen. Give it up, yes. And Kathleen, I definitely also want to give you a shout out for really opening up the space to not only the community, but also the young people who we met visiting from DR that actually took part in that. So great. You know what? But not all art probably is inside. Sometimes you have it outside, outdoors, maybe even in the park. Who knew, right? So, of course, with founder and CEO of Art in the Park, Shanae, come on up, yes.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It's a hot one. It's so nice in here. So, thank you so much, Mr. Archer. My name is Shanique Wolfoff. I'm the founder and CEO of Arts in the Park. I just want to thank Mr. Rivers and the entire team of Harlem Arts Alliance for allowing spaces like this. I also want to just take a moment because as a little one, I learned ballet and violin in the space. So I want to thank Mrs. Maynor for creating this space. And I never would have thought all of these years later to be standing in front of you talking about art in the park, and I'm a founder of a nonprofit, because that wasn't my path, right? So thank you so much. So just for a moment, I just want you all to think back to your 10-year-old selves, sitting in your art class if you were fortunate to have art at your school. Now remove the walls, the desk, add sun, light, an outdoor setting in a familiar place that you love, like the park, being able to learn and experience and grow in a safe space. Now let me also add, having a teacher or an instructor that actually looks like you, can speak your same language, and have some of the same experiences. So let me introduce you to Art in the Park. So I have a short video, and hi, I'm Shanique Wolfoff, the founder and CEO of Arts in the Park Incorporated. I started this nonprofit organization because I believe in the transformative power of art, especially in communities like ours here in Harlem. Our mission is simple but powerful: to activate open spaces and use the arts to inspire and uplift underrepresented communities. We focus on educating youth and families who often face barriers to accessing resources like STEAM education, arts and culture, and health and wellness initiatives. Through creative programming like our mural projects, workshops, and beautification efforts, we empower young people to express themselves, learn new skills, and build meaningful relationships. We meet our youth right where they are and places like niger developments, local parks, open streets, in addition to the classroom. Our programming is more than just art. It's about community. It's about giving our youth the tools they need to overcome challenges, whether it's gun violence, trauma, or simply feeling unseen. We are creating safe spaces, artistic spaces, which offers them a chance to heal, grow, and see themselves as part of something larger. Every workshop, every mural, every conversation is a step towards a more vibrant, connected, and empowered Harlem. We also partner with local stakeholders, community boards, and families to ensure our work reflects the true heart and spirit of the community. At Art in the Park Incorporated, we believe art is for everyone. And when we give our young people the opportunity to create, express, and engage, we're not only making art, we're making change. Thank you for being a part of our mission and believing in the power of art to transform lives.
So thank you once again. You can follow us on all social media platforms at Art, no S, Art in the Park 128. So thank you once again, and thank you so much.
Give it up, Sharif. Yes. All right. And remember that we're talking about serious community therapy. That's what it is. Art is therapy, no doubt. You know what? Thank you, Temple, because he's here. Here's a ride. We're going to talk about not only Harlem Week, but Harlem month and a half. Mark.
Pix 11 celebrates the magic of one of the most vibrant destinations in New York City, Harlem Week.
August 1st through the 17th, a hybrid festival of virtual and live events highlighting the culture of Harlem and the people who call it home.
Celebrate our magic in Harlem Week 2025. Enjoy health conferences, children's festivals, live and virtual performances, and so much more.
For historic flashbacks and the full schedule of events, visit harlemweek.com.
So that saves me some talking. So again, August 1st through the 17th, which means a week from today, Harlem Week begins with our Senior Citizens Day, and Joanna and Freedom, I hope I said that right, mentioned WHOC. So older adults, we should talk because we may still have space for some of those adults to join us for Senior Citizens Day. And that'll be how we start. We have multiple events taking place. Some of you will be participating in events during Harlem Week. So I will remind you, for those of you that want to table an exhibit during Harlem Week, for HAA members, there is a 20% discount through the end of the day today. So go to harlemweek.com and go to the exhibitors tab, and you can fill out the information and get in on the 20% discount. Many of you have already taken place in that. There are a number of you who are maybe already exhibiting or performing, as Olivia does. And there are many of you who may wish to perform. And if you have children performers, or you have performances for children, we have our Children's Festival, August 16th and 17th. And that's another great way to participate. We also are accepting volunteers, but there are many ways you can still participate in Harlem Week. We are starting again a week from today through August 17th. It is no longer 6 weeks as it used to be. Hopefully we will keep it at this 3-week window. There are many ways you can find out how to participate. There are many events that have already started. We have online events as well as in-person events. We're already starting to record the online events. We have great conversation, part of our Harlem on My Mind series around fashion. We have a conversation on Know Your Rights that will be going on during Harlem Week. It's a fascinating conversation. So we encourage you to join us, participate with us. Most importantly, get the full calendar of events on harlemweek.com. And you can get the schedule there. Again, harlemweek.com. I would say about the major outdoor events, however, I think you already know. But just in case you don't know, the signature outdoor events, August 10th, a great day in Harlem at Grant's Tomb. August 16th, Summer in the City on 135th Street from St. Nicholas Avenue over to Malcolm X Boulevard. And August 17th, Harlem Day from St. Nicholas Avenue over to 5th Avenue. And a couple of last things to remind you about. August 9th is our First and Second Harlem 5K Run and Hazel Duke's Memorial Walk. There are still opportunities to participate in that. You can please, somebody, if you're interested in that, we have special slots that are available for community through Harlem Week in the Greater Harlem Chamber. So catch me before I leave, and I apologize that I won't be able to stay all the way till the end. But again, Harlem Week starts next Friday, so it's a little difficult time-wise. But I certainly want to make that offer available for those who want to participate in the run or the walk, because we certainly want our community to be a part of that. And it's a great way that we celebrate the Honorable Hazel Dukes as we continue to hold her name and her legacy up. Also, on Harlem Day, there will be a special tribute on our 5th Avenue main stage to forever Congressman Charles Rangel and Hazel Dukes, both of whom lived in the block from Malcolm X to 5th Avenue and always supported that stage on Harlem Day. So there'll be a special tribute there, amongst all the incredible tributes to folks like Quincy Jones and Angie Stone and Kool and the Gang. There'll be a special tribute salute on Sunday, August 10th. There'll be a special salute to Roberta Flack. Again, all the information on harlemweek.com. Check the schedule. We hope to see you. We hope you take advantage of the opportunities to exhibit or participate in the Children's Festival or some other way that you wish to participate, because we'd love to have you, and we want to make sure to celebrate you, our community, as we celebrate our magic, which is our theme for Harlem Week this year. And you all are magical, and you all create such magic, and we hope that you join us for Harlem Week this year.
It's the return of Harlem. Take part in a New York City tradition. August 1st through the 17th, with an extraordinary lineup of virtual and live events, celebrating everything from arts and culture to business and health, including the Percy Sutton 5K running walk, and the day that started it all, Harlem Day. For more information, visit harlemweek.com.
Thank you for that, Marco. Marco, one little question I have, because you did bail me out on one little matter. So, are you the go-to in terms of entertainment? Like, I think I can sing, I think I can dance. Are you the go-to? Because I had another contact, and they weren't the go-to. So, are you the person?
As I think as deemed by Boza Rivers, I probably am the go-to, because people used to call Boza, and Boza tells them to call me. So, yes, you can reach out to me. I'll give you my number in the office, 212-862-8477. Again, 212-862-8477.
Thank you for that note, Marco. Thank you. I think I can go over here now, or I can stay there because I know also the dark. How are you? I should, but there's so much time you do. But you have to stop entering the guard route from the DX, like me. Yes, indeed. And so I'm going to cover a few things. And no worries. So Harlem Community Development Corporation, we are a state agency under Empire State Development Corporation, right? And so I already told you about the expansion of Columbia in Manhattan, the West Harlem, okay? And with that, we actually provide funding or grant funding to nonprofits like West Harlem, where your stuff is bigger, you know that, right? To nonprofit student work. The one caveat is that they must, oh, here's stuff. I didn't even see this. Thank you. All right. So you know what? I'll start off with, of course, small business services. So we have a division here headed up by Ema Orion. Typically, you see she and I taking the stage along with Dinar to actually give you the overview of what we do. And with small business services, so let's say you have a business and you're thinking about, you want the resources. So it might be access to funding. It might be, let's say, using social media to increase your business's footprint and attraction. It might be also getting your MWBE, Minority and Women-Owned Business Enterprise certification. With the one caveat, you must be in business at least 1 year, right? In addition, we have a gentleman on staff, I can take this information if you want, and that of course is Pedro Hernandez. And Pedro is a HUD certified counselor, which means that if you're interested in purchasing a property anywhere in the continental United States, including Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands, Pedro is your guy, okay? We recently, on July 12th, had a forum right there at the CCNY, where we actually had the second annual Real Estate Expo. And remember, all of our services, what is the one key caveat about our services? They're all free, free 99. Okay, because you literally, but however, we are your tax dollars at work. So yes, you are paying that, and this will be the benefit. In addition, thank you, yes, for the CERS program, the nonprofit must be pre-qualified through the SFS, which is the statewide financial system. Some of the nonprofits that have received funding, of course, is Harlem School of the Arts, the Children's Art Carnival, Harlem Is, HAA, Harlem Arts Alliance. Those are just some examples of what we do and have done in the community. Next. Oh, okay, so let's get down, but if you want more information regarding the grant program, please just go to the website. If you have any questions, please give me a call. My telephone number, 212-961-4156. And yes, Kathleen, do I pick up my phone? Thank you. There you go. These are some of the upcoming workshops. Just go to the QR code. You can get in. You can also log in and get signed in to actually receive upcoming updates regarding that. Next. Okay, you see Ema's information. You see Pedro, who I mentioned, and also, of course, Ryan Cook. He does the MWB certification. One of the other programs that we also have that's not here is the Weatherization Assistance Program. How many are familiar with that? Okay. So let's say you are a landlord, right? But you have low to moderate income tenants in your building. You can qualify for a grant. You notice I didn't say loan, that you have to pay a grant, okay? So it's free money, literally, but I'll just give you an example. So let's say all of the measures that might be new boiler, new windows, low energy efficient lighting, all of that would qualify for the grant. Now, all those measures are $100,000. Your commitment is only $25,000, 25% commitment there. The rest is yours, and the work will be done. And the one caveat, you cannot raise the rent on the tenants for 5 years. Pretty good deal? All right, there you go. I think that's it. So now, Dinar, he was not prepared to speak, but I know he has a little something to say because he's been doing a lot of research for us before he goes back, because he is also a business owner from the BS. Dinar, what you want to say?
Thank you so much, Curtis. Like you said, my name is Dinar Ralph. Just a little bit about myself. I'm 20 years old, interning with Harlem Community Development Corporation. I am a business owner. I brought a few flyers there on the table in the back. City Stitching. I make custom tufted rugs. And I'm just so happy to be here. Like you said, I've been interning for the past about 6 weeks, and I've learned so much. I'm looking forward to, this budding relationship with the Harlem Arts Alliance and the Harlem CDC. Thank you so much for having me again.
Thank you, Bedar. Yeah, he's coming back to the cookout, just so you know. He's coming back. Thank you, brother. All right. And remember, if you have questions, what are you going to do? That's right. No. If you didn't get it the first time, what are you going to ask them? I'm sorry. But you're right. Donna, you know, do not send me a long ass email. Just pick up the phone and call. Thank you. All right. Ooh, let me take it. At first, when I saw the name, I thought that it was going to be like Eartha Hicks. That's the Eartha. Instead, we have Eartha Watts Hicks, Director of Branding and Content Creation for Harold Community Outreach Incorporated. Yes, come on up. Yeah. And tell my Twitter, my Gemini Twitter, George, I said, what's up? Okay?
Hello, everyone. So, those of us who are artists in the Harlem community, we understand that there is always a Harlem Renaissance. And that includes the Renaissance of the 20s, of the 30s with the Apollo Theater and jazz, and the 80s with hip hop. So that brings me to George Harrell and Harrell Community Outreach. George Harrell is a 40-year veteran in the music business and a founding member of Uptown Records. And he launched Harrell Community Outreach to ensure that there's a pipeline of artists and talent and music executives from Harlem who have access to the information, support, and services that they need to thrive in the music industry. And we have a short video, a brief video to show you about this.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet right now. Come on now. The undeniable queen of hip hop and R&B, Mary J. Blige.
Thank you so much, Rihanna. The whole Uptown family, you know who you are. Jimmy Jenkins, Lou, George Harrell. I love you.
Harrell Community Outreach, led by a 30-year music industry veteran and Uptown Records co-founder George Harrell, presents Credit for Fame, dedicated to equipping the next generation of musical talent with vital business acumen. Our 6-week intensive workshop featuring curriculum developed by industry executive Toya Summers and insights from top professionals like Greg Davis, label distribution manager.
My name is Toya Summers, and I'm Director of Curriculum and Program Development for Prep for Fame.
And one of the best shows ever in the history of hip-hop. You gotta give it up for the one and only overweight brother Heavy.
Prep for Fame demystifies the industry from A&R to distribution. Prep for Fame provides dedicated mentors, sponsors, and educators, helping us bridge the gap between passion and preparation. Join us in shaping the future of music.
George Harrell, who I used to mentor, right? Hey George, did you tell him how Andre Harrell used to come borrow clothes from me for his first acts when he didn't have any money? Huh?
First of all, if anybody knows George is the flavor, the culture of Harlem, from head to toe. Someone that anyone comes to if they have a problem or they just need specific advice.
For the Prep for Fame Academy, we've chosen 6 core competencies to focus on. A&R, marketing, and branding, which is the second phase. So how do you want your fans to receive you and what do you want them to know? Digital media and streaming is a key component to all successful artists.
In this current landscape, you must have a digital imprint as well as understanding how you can be commercially valuable in a music place, and that is now streaming. To better understand how you can be commercially valuable, you need to understand how to make sure that you have a strong digital footprint, as well as understanding how to be commercially successful. Another important component to successful artists is promotions and fan engagement. At Prep for Fame, you'll understand the different types of promotion that can go from radio to television to grassroots, and how that amplifies your fan engagement. Artist development and imaging are key components to artist success.
Thank you. Now we want to ensure that we, as this iteration of Harlem's Renaissance, ensure that this legacy doesn't just stop with us, and that includes everyone in this room. So if you have a mobile phone, a mobile device, please visit our website, www.harrellcommunityoutreach.com. I'll give you a moment. harrellcommunityoutreach.com. Please visit our website and subscribe. And if you know of anyone who is a young aspiring artist, 24 years, 25 years and younger, who wants to be either an artist or a music executive, years ago it wasn't like, hey, take your resume and go to your favorite record label and get a job. No, it wasn't that simple. So that's what we're here for. Please visit our website, subscribe, and invite them to subscribe and tell them about us, and follow us also on Instagram at Harrell Community Outreach. Thank you so much, and thank you to Mr. Vosa Rivers for his endless contributions to Harlem and the way he supports us. He is our gem, and we adore him, and we thank him again and again. Thank you, Vosa.
Perfect. Weren't we hanging out at the Harlem Hospital?
Yes, we were.
All right. So, Barbara, Boza, thank you so much, for sure. No. Or do I even need a mic? Okay. Well, on another note, so this is my community. Remember, do not paint Harlem with a broad brush, right? How many distinct parts of Harlem are there? Thank you, exactly. Where are we now? I like that everywhere, but we are in West Harlem, okay? I don't know why they call it what, Manhattan, is that closer to what Columbia has rebranded, is that it? Thank you, Donna, don't accept it. Remember what they tried to do? Soha, remember that? Okay. So we're not going there. So yes, there's Central, East Harlem, Spanish Harlem, Del Barrio, that's what we have. And then we have, of course, where we are, Community Board 9, West Harlem. Right. Give it up, for sure. But I was hanging out at a party, I think it was maybe late last year. I was at Michael Unthank's place, and I met Michael through you folks, remember? The Harlem Arts Alliance. So many moons ago, God. But Michael also has a number of hats that he wears, and one of them is the Children's Art Carnival, right? And it turns out that one of my neighbors on my block is also part of the Children's Art Carnival. I didn't know this, you know? But I'd like to say, Giannis, come on up. Yasuyo and Tomo, come on up here. Children's Art Carnival.
Good morning, everyone. All right. That was a little light. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you. My name is Jonas Ortiz. Thank you, Vosa. Thank you, Curtis, for the introductions, and thank you for your support, Vosa. I'm from the Children's Art Carnival, and we currently have some exhibitions and workshops that are taking place. So My part is quick, but the announcement is we have a crochet. This is an impromptu kind of crochet workshop happening this Saturday from 1 to 4. We have about 4 spots left, so if you're interested in learning some crochet, want to make some flower crochets, come and meet me, let me know, I'll sign you up. If you're interested in a drawing workshop, we have something happening this Sunday from 1 to 3. It's right up the hill, 62 Hamilton Terrace. If you see one of our cards in the back, you can register for the drawing workshop. It's led by one of our artists in the community, and it's a really fun time. After that, our workshops will be happening pretty much on the weekends, so you can learn more on our website, and yeah, you can get our details. And lastly, we have our exhibition coming up on August 1st. The title of it is Seed Bomb. It's based on the bombing of Hiroshima. And one of our curators is here, Yasuyo, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about it, all right? Thank you.
Hello everybody, and my name is Yasuyo Tanaka. I'm social practice artist and live in Harlem. I connected with Children Art Carnival because I'm working the Robert Blackburn printmaking workshops, and so this time, first time I curated and working with the Children Art Carnival and also Brotherhood Sister Soul, and we're gonna making the exhibition about the title is the Seed Bomb. So Seed Bomb is the creating system. You don't need to use this. We are many different kind of people together and support each other, making the world better. So I'm Japanese and come from Japan, and we had a 80th anniversary atomic bomb, and also first atomic bomb is a new. Many people didn't know creating atomic bomb starting in New York City. So I have a historical exception in the Manhattan Community Bill, and and art exception in the Children Art Carnival, and we had 12 artists and group show and artist talk, and August 1st is the opening, and Brotherhood Sister Soul's children, students, and people coming to do the youth program in the afternoon and nighttime artist reception we will have. And artist talk August 6th and August 13th, and I am teaching the Japanese dye workshop this 3rd, so please come to the exhibition.
I just want to add a few things. My name is Tomo Mori. I'm a participating artist in this show and also collaborator and kind of helping the project manage. So Seed Bomb project, so yes, you had this concept and we were just brainstorming. And I heard Brotherhood Sister Soul was doing their own Seed Bomb project. So just one day, like, okay, well, let's go find out what they're doing. And we just like, I guess you and I just walked in and like, what, can I see some of your Seed Bomb project brochure, like whatever. And then like they just immediately connected us to Mr. Nando Rodriguez and Jorge Ramirez. And then we just all start talking and got excited. And children, they're like a team of Brotherhood Sister Soul. They made a film about Seed Bomb, about 8 minutes long. So we're gonna screen that film at that carnival as well. So it just became really fun collaboration. Also, Yasuyo collaborated with Manhattanville Community Center children as well. So it just became like more than just 12 artists exhibition. So please come.
Also, this exhibition, and I really want to do the future environmental festival in this neighborhood. And I'm gonna be as much staying with children art carnivals with exception. So if you are interested and I would like to talk and meet and for the next project I want to do. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Tomo, you escaped the most obvious thing, that you are my neighbor on 143rd. Yeah. And you know what? I will be surprised if your daughter does not actually become an artist in either music or art, visual art. Come on now, please. Well, you know what? I don't simply love you because you're from the BX. No. Because and what you also did for the, let's say, the celebration or renovation of the Apollo Theater space, closing, your personalized one that you actually provided to the public. Alethea Brown, come on, give it up.
Greetings, everyone. So I had the pleasure of doing my art workshop called Summer Breeze Art Carnival on Saturday evening. We had a full community at work, and I have an exhibit tonight at the Jamaica Art Center. So my feet wherever I'm able to go. These are on the table in the back. Beyond Familiar talks about pop art. So you can run the video. Humans make 35,000 decisions every day. I need an escape. A chuckle right about now would be a relief. An emotional tea time. Cheerful moments linger in the crevices. I put them as go-tos on reserve when life be lifing. Eyes tear swell. The sound gurgling from the rear extension of my throat with vocal overlays coming, saliva like the wash, rinse and repeat cycle in the portal that I stare into on laundry night. Can you ever? I am inaudible. A sign of hysteria. For days I remain mute. Even the ancestors are silently observing. Destiny in many parts of me asks for leaping change, new life. I knew intrinsically a fresh start, new directions would be some kind of hard. God got me. Body beat from lifting 29 years of accumulations. Laughter when inserted on time, like the right key unlocking the door. Tough decisions are uncomfortable, then on cue, a relief. Thoughts I own, moods I can rearrange like furniture cluttering space. I make room flow inside my mind. Through the grace of aging, experience knocks loudly on the doors that I have unhinged, allowing freedom its own blissfulness. There is a wonder, a power having spiritual strength. I recognize the physical me standing alone in the mirror. A shower, soap, freshly cleaned wares, a cot cushioned where limbs sink deeply from 30 non-stop hours of lifting, bandaging flesh, loading, packing, discarding half a lifetime. In a minute I'll pivot. Some semblance will regain. There is an assignment gifted me. I come from warrior stock, but even we get wounded, then retreat. Fragile doesn't mean weak, mostly worn and depleted. I'll look in the rear view in time, see the trade with a crooked smile, then reflect. The decisions made cost me immeasurably. I own a new humble beginning, letting go, having emptied the weight of most of my past, taking selected treasures, moving into next, thinking forward beyond words. Heard my first laugh, shed pounds weighing on me, stood in my heart, my new art studio, shared my heart at the Mayoral Mansion in New York City. Half a dozen of my paintings published in a new book, had my art as a commemorative piece at the Apollo Theater, a landmark in my home community. The sky is not the limit. The decisions we make are the setup for what the Creator will bring when we get out of our own way. God got me landing deep on both of my feet. Continue to watch. Woo!
Color, patterns, and texture as cues to calm patrons and participants in her art-making sessions, encouraging them to find shapes and forms while provoking conversations that tap into the inner spirit. Inspired by movement, poetry, and storytelling. Her artworks evoke a visual journey using burlap, canvas, torn paper, and mixed mediums that produce bold and brilliant outcomes. They're about fostering new and sometimes surprising experiences. Alethea embodies community, history, art, and culture on her creative journey, insisting on building legacy. And what better place to do that right here at the Apollo Theater. A round of applause.
Law and order. Okay, thank you. Wow. Okay. So yes, we know what city that is set in, correct? Okay. So this gentleman, he made his grand entrance a little late. He missed some of the opening stuff. He's here, and that is Io Carbon. Give it up. Come on now.
Good afternoon. I'm a little late, but that's because MTA stands for May Take a Week, so don't blame me, blame that BX33. He brought up the favorite television series. I guess you were trying to get people to say Showtime at the Apollo. Can I get a quick boo? I had to call for my own boo just in case it came naturally later. Anyways, yes, my name is Ayomide. This is a Yoruba name that means my joy has arrived, though nobody I ever date ever feels that way. I am so proud and honored to serve as a community relations manager at the Apollo Theater. The Apollo Theater in the neon lights. For my people who God may have blessed with a little bit more meat, the seats in the theater will change and they will be more comfortable and bigger. When the theater reopens, we'll have an expanded lobby with an expanded gift shop, and guess what? A cafe on 125th Street that will operate from 10 to 6 Monday through Friday. So when you come for amateur night, you can get a cocktail and it might make you want to boo a little bit more than normally. But one of the things that we're doing around this renovation, and our president and CEO, Michelle Eben, she came to me and she said, Io, we need to make sure that the Apollo is a leader in this community when it comes to engaging the community around our renovation. So what came out of that was a few things, and we're still working on things. So what has already happened is Tuesday, April 29th, we hosted a career fair at the Apollo stages at the Victoria, where we saw over 100 people come for the opportunity to actually work on this project. And we opened this up because we said to our subcontractors, we need you to hire people from the community. We can't control who they hire. Monday, June 30th, and I wish I had one, but we ran out because it was so popular. We actually a piece from Alethea and gave it to everyone as a keepsake. People were at the end fighting. I mean, two of your friends ran up on me. And y'all know, y'all see me, I'm only 5'6". We got these 5'11" ladies running up on me. I was nervous. Like, my mom told me not to hit women. I don't know what to do in this situation. We also hired Harlem Arts Alliance artist, Beatrice Bolden, to come and perform. So essentially, when we had this event, I came and I said, listen, we know we want to do this event for the people who donated to this capital campaign. We know we want to do this event for our board of directors, but we need to make this feel like Harlem. So please allow me to give you guys some suggestions on how we can integrate some Harlem people into this event. And thank you so much, Boza and TJ, because when I called them, and mind you, we only had like 3 weeks. They got on the horn with as many artists as they could, and we had a fantastic and beautiful event that would not have been as beautiful as it was without the Harlem Arts Alliance, without Alethea, and without Beatrice. If you don't follow us on social media, for my people over 50, Facebook, on all media at Apollo Theater. Thank you so much for allowing me to talk to you, and to give this back to Curtis.
Keep it right there, keep it right there. And how dare you know? Look, yes, I am a senior now. And I wasn't when I first started in my job. Seriously, so be prepared. Literally hired back in 2006 under the Pataki administration. So I've so far served 5 governors. You know, yeah. Pataki, remember he had Spitz for a minute, David, Andrew, and funny enough, with Andrew, I actually played basketball against him. And although he was all of maybe 5'9", 5'10", he had some of the sharpest elbows on the planet. Oh yeah, but Mario was real, for real. And then of course now Kathy. And literally, I'm trying to think now. Oh, okay, so Io, remember, you gotta have me because my first concert ever was at the Apollo, and that was Slide Van. My second concert that I remember, coming out of, well, they had two folks who performed. The opening act was the Detroit Emeralds. How many remember that? I know, they were a little messing up, but I saw one hand raised. But then the other, of course, was the Spinners. Lee Mavis here, all right? Yeah. Serious. So that was my 2 fondest memories. So you know what? How many guys are familiar with business improvement districts? So right now, you know that we had only 2. Of course, it was the first one, 125th Street. The 125th Street bid, right? And then the second one was on the Washington Heights and Inwood bid by the West 181st Street. But now you know that we have a new one, right, in East Harlem, right? And that's the one east of 5th Avenue on 125th Street, being run by the Uptown Grand Central. Okay? But you know what? You never know. Dr. Rosen, we just don't know. Maybe something else will happen, but bring it up for her because remember she's heading up the Bradhurst Merchants Business Association. Give it up.
Hello. Greetings, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Archer, for the warm it is an honor to be with you today first. My name is Dr. Rasa, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of the Bradhurst Merchants Association, BMA. I'd like to thank our Alliance Association, Mr. Volkers, for opening the door and allowing me to speak as one of Harlem's diverse voices in business, in art, in activism, and also knowing that a community can come together with purpose. The Bradhurst Merchants Association, BMA, is a collective business of owners, community leaders, and residents united by a shared mission, and that is to empower, to advocate, and uplift the diverse business communities within the historic Bradhurst corridor of Harlem and beyond. We are rooted in Harlem's legacy in places like Sugar Hill, the Polo Grounds, and the Bradhurst District itself, all representing not only Black excellence, but excellence, resilience, and innovation that continues to define Harlem today. Our mission is to revitalize and sustain the Bradhurst corridor as a hub of entrepreneurship, cultural expression, and economic empowerment. Our vision as the Bradhurst Merchants Association is to envision a Bradhurst and beyond where businesses are not just surviving but thriving. We see Harlem as a model of economic justice and cultural preservation, where both long-standing legacy shops and emerging entrepreneurs have equitable access to opportunity, investment, and support. The BMA focuses on 4 core areas. Business empowerment, where we provide resources, training, and workshops for merchants to grow, digitize, and sustain their businesses. Community advocacy, where we collaborate with city agencies, developers, and institutions like HCI to protect the interests of small businesses in the face of gentrification and economic shifts. Cultural collaboration, where we honor Harlem's cultural legacy.
Good morning. Can you hear? I said good morning. Yes, let's act like we know. So my name is Wilbur. I'm the founder, the CEO, the creative director, the everything guy of Be Brave by S.K. Wilbur. Yes, that's what the hat says, that's what the t-shirt says. And so I do products that share the stories through comic book art of Black social justice icons, like just slightly share stories that inspire children to shape themselves and their future. Okay, so I'm going to read along and you guys can listen to me, okay? Be Brave by S.K. Wilbur is more than just a collection of stylish, boldly designed backpacks and graphic t-shirts. It's a movement. It's a movement. Each piece is a vibrant canvas of original artwork sparking curiosity and conversation. Our backpacks don't just carry books, they carry stories. Stories of resilience, triumph, and the unsung heroes of history. With every design, we empower young minds to educate, inspire, and uplift one another through creative expression. Now imagine, as I'm sure all of you can, growing up not seeing our stories, ourselves, in our textbooks. Can I get a show of hands of how many people actually got Black history in middle school or earlier? Oh, it's a couple of you. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, so I was one of those, all I learned about was doctor. It's not happening at the rate that it should. Like I said earlier, Black history did not start with slavery. Was it reaching its end with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Thousands of courageous Black writers, activists, and change makers of the past have all but been erased from primary and secondary education. And we all know what's happening in the country now. They're trying to erase us from public forums, from statues, from cultural institutions. It's crazy.
I have more colorful words than that, but I'll just stick with crazy. And so these are some of the products that I do, my backpacks and t-shirts. This is the whole thing about why backpacks are a big deal, because we know that our kids carry backpacks when they go to school. So our ancestors carried cotton on their backs, tobacco on their backs, and now kids can carry these backpacks. I pieces. Whether it's through rap, spoken word, dance, they can create art that they then put on their own bag. So what's next for Be Brave? I'm actually working on a mobile gaming app for younger kids that combines comic book art with gaming. And so it's a storytelling situation where young kids can see these images, learn more. It's very engaging and immersive. At the end of the game, there is a must. We can make sure that they retain these facts about it, and then they'll get rewards. Example of work that young people do, so what that's like. And this left out, I'm sorry. We add technology. Each of the backpacks has a QR code hang tag. T-shirts on the back. So because you can scan it, it'll take you to my website. There's more art, there's more facts, and there's videos like this. And my history agents that share these stories creatively and hopefully.
And Dennis, I want you to just Google Soul. And Dennis, I want you to just Google Soul Lounge Prime Time. One word. I'm sorry, not one word. But what words? Just Google that. That is a radio show podcast, WHCR 90.3 FM, the voice of Harlem, including, as a matter of fact, Donna, you're supposed to come on there. Okay? Thank you. Okay, so I will definitely say that. And you kind of asked, so what do I do? And it interests me. So Lee, that's why you're there, okay? Kitty Rose, that's why you're there, you know. So having said that, Sarah Bay. Sarah. I'm sorry, thank you. And my wife Karen says hello.
So imagine your organization gets a donation attorney and 3 people for his close inner circle. Different from the inner circle with the SC and the movement, these 3 men, a part of the movement, were the one. Now you may know as a leader, sometimes when you are having issues or doubts or those dark nights of the soul that you might have in leadership, you can't tell the people who work for you, they'll panic too. But you can tell other people who can give you the feedback you need and the support that you need on your level. So there we are in this private dinner, and Dr. Clarence Jones tells us this story.
It was a few months before the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. And that inner circle I spoke about was Dr. Jones, Harry Belafonte,